Sometimes we can't resist the look that our pets give us when we're eating, and usually, that scenario ends with giving them a bite of our food without giving that action a second thought. The problem is, there are a lot of human foods that are extremely toxic to dogs, and allowing your beloved pup to eat these foods will most likely result in a trip to the vet. From garlic to alcohol, here are the 10 most dangerous foods for dogs. 10. Grapes and raisins. Kicking off our list, we have grapes and their dried version, raisins, at number 10. Despite being a fairly small fruit, grapes are extremely toxic to dogs, even in the smallest amounts. They are known to cause acute kidney failure and death in severe cases. Researchers have yet to pinpoint which component of grapes cause this reaction in dogs, which is why all types of grapes, dried, peeled, unpeeled, or seedless, should be avoided at all costs. 9. Onions and garlic. In case you're wondering, it's not onion or garlic breath that your pup will be suffering from after wolfing them down or even eating food that contains powdered onion or garlic. Onion and garlic toxicity will manifest as symptoms of anemia such as weakness, decreased appetite, and lethargy. This can happen because onions and garlic contain an ingredient called N-propyl disulfide, which is an oxidant that can destroy dogs' red blood cells. 8. Macadamia nuts. Although macadamia nuts are not used as often as other foods on this list, they are often an ingredient in cakes, cupcakes, muffins, and cookies. Just like raisins, not much is known about what exactly causes toxicity in macadamia nuts. However, what is known is that a small amount that's as little as 1/10 of an ounce per 2 pounds of body weight can cause severe toxicity. 7. Avocado. When it comes to avocado, there's always a mixed answer about whether or not you should give your dog this fruit. It's potentially harmful as it contains a toxin called persin, which is more dangerous to animals such as birds and horses than it is to dogs. Additionally, the high-fat content in avocados can cause pancreatitis and stomach pains. 6. Raw salmon. While it's safe to give your dog cooked salmon as this fish is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, raw salmon is a completely different story. The small and brittle bones in raw salmon are a major threat, as they can get lodged in dogs' intestines or stomachs, but they're not as deadly as the disease raw salmon can cause. Undercooked or raw salmon contains a parasite called the Neorickettsia helminthica, which causes the fatal salmon poisoning disease. The problem is, the symptoms don't appear until after 2 weeks of infection, and by then it will most likely be too late to do anything. 5. Milk and dairy products. It's common knowledge that lactose intolerance is a frustrating disorder in humans. But did you know that it's also very common among dogs? When it comes to milk and dairy products, lactose-intolerant dogs can be classified into 2 categories. Some can't digest milk, but can tolerate cheeses and other dairy products, while others have trouble digesting anything that contains lactose. 4. Xylitol. In case you didn't know, xylitol is an artificial sweetener that can be found in candies, gums, toothpaste, and other sweets. While it's safe for human consumption, it's quite the opposite for dogs. Xylitol stimulates the overrelease of insulin into the bloodstream of non-primates such as dogs, which can lead to a deadly decrease of blood sugar levels that can happen anywhere between 10 to 60 minutes after eating it. 3. Coffee and tea. A common mistake that many dog owners make is, after realizing that their beloved pup loves the taste of coffee, they would give them the last sip of their Starbucks coffee and encourage that behavior without fully knowing the risks. Dogs are extremely sensitive to caffeine, and even small amounts of it can cause damage to major organs. 2. Chocolate. Chocolate is also another food that contains caffeine, but its toxicity to dogs is for a different reason. The culprit for this toxicity is theobromine, which is a component that's present in chocolate, especially dark chocolate and baker's chocolate. It can cause symptoms ranging from minor, such as excessive thirst, to more severe and life-threatening symptoms such as irregular heartbeats and seizures. 1. Alcohol. It's fair to compare the effects of alcohol on dogs as the amplified version to what happens to humans. It doesn't even have to be alcoholic drinks. Food like raw bread dough can also have the same effect. Signs of alcohol intoxication vary from disorientation and impaired motor function to more serious ones such as major organ failure. That's a wrap for today's video. We hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell below to be notified whenever we upload new videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
We'll be right back.